Hello and welcome everybody to SAF1 ESports League, and this is Division 2 as always on a Tuesday night. I am James and I will be your commentator for tonight's racing action here for two races here at the Italian Grand Prix. We are a week behind Division 1, that doesn't matter though. We are here though in Italy for race number 13 here tonight, and it's going to be an interesting race tonight around this Italy circuit. Some really hard corners around here, as you know, the Ascari chicane, and of course Parabolica, which is the last corner, can catch a few people out there. They can also, I think it's the Lesmos as well can, or if I got that right, I hope I did. And alongside me tonight, as always for the commentaries, is the man himself who created the league, Quintin.
Yeah, good evening everybody, and welcome to another week of racing. And the Temple of Speed, so one of the fastest circuits on the calendar. High speed straights, hard braking points, low traction exits. So corner entry speed and exit speed is going to be crucial on this track, because if you have a bad exit, you're going to feel it down the entire straight. So looking for some high-speed DRS overtakes, late breaks into the chicanes, and hopefully we have two action-packed races for you.
Hopefully we do. Just to say as well, if you do hear any crackling throughout the race, it's either mine or Quintin's microphone, so that will be just going throughout the two races / the stream tonight, so we're just going to tell you that now. That might happen. But first out is Diego, as we say, but let me take you through the championship in 1 second. But this circuit, you're going to be seeing around 17 to 18 laps tonight, you are? If I'm correct, because it's 27 laps in a full race, I think, around here. So
it's probably like 13 laps or 13 laps maybe, yeah.
Well, let me think as then. We 13 or 14 maybe then, okay. But anyway, we're going to see some action-packed races nonetheless though tonight. Let's take us through the championship very, very quickly, and we will tell you what it is. So, it is Grimjaw leading on 487 points. Second in the championship is Eugene, 395. Then it's Don Robico, Crabbo, Royal Viking, Donovan Duffy, Sir Henrix, Cowboy, Jacko, Immortal Viking, Diego, Quaz, Killer Bean, Willie, Shakes, Burnout, Boucher, sorry, we're going to call him Boucher. We did say Sonic Hawk, who's a reserve now, Quinten Gaming, Zars, Van Goverden, Brad, and Assault King, who's a reserve as well. That means that in the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari lead on 653 compared to 611 for Red Bull. 334 in third is Haas, then it's McLaren on 300, Renault on 296, Williams on 234, Racing Point on 214, Mercedes on 177, then it's 122 for Alfa Romeo and 95 for Alpha Tauri. So very close actually, if you think about it. It is here in the championship for that third position in the championship. So tonight is going to be seeing what can happen there. Can anyone battle for that third place in the championship? And see what happens here tonight. It'll be what can Crabbo and Robico do tonight. I think Crabbo is here tonight. Yes, he is. And so is Robico. So that's going to be really interesting to see what happens there for that. Also close in the championship standings right now is 9th and 8th and 7th and 6th. All battling away there nicely as well. So it's going to be really interesting all the way down the grid today and all the way down the field for this one here. And we are in the second half of the season.
Yeah, we are indeed, and it's been quite an interesting one. There are some close battles. Unfortunately, there is a gap to a few guys up front. You know, the couple leading is quite a bit away from 3rd, 4th and 5th place, but there's still a big battle going for that final 3rd spot. So it's still everything to play for.
It is indeed. And just to put quickly into everybody who's watching, if I can find it, Brad, Crabbo and Quinten Gaming have been given are having qualifying bans tonight, which means that they can come out, do their setup and then retire in the pits. So yeah,
and I see Quinten Gaming didn't show up for the race, so his qualifying ban will then just carry over to the next race that he attends.
Oh, that's Singapore.
So,
oof.
Ooh, yeah.
Oof, huh.
Well, that might be a blessing actually, because Singapore can be quite a hectic start. So starting from the back might not necessarily be such a bad thing.
No, it won't be at all for the first race, and you've already had practice there because you were there on Monday, so good practice for Wednesday for you. But anyway, as as we say, but here tonight,
Yeah.
119s for the top. Oh, 119 for Don Mabico.
That's so close. Look at that. Very close. 200s in between the two of them.
So we have the new driver tonight. Do you know anything about him, or?
I've driven against him in a couple of practice lobbies, and a couple of just like casual unranked lobbies. I've never been in a league with him, but I do know he's quite a decent racer, and I believe he's got some decent pace. So hopefully he can match the guys up front. It certainly looks like he's got pace to match them, and yeah, maybe it can give Grimjaw and Eugene up front a little bit of a challenge. It would be nice to see a third and fourth driver also joining that battle up front.
Oh, Jacko, a 1. It's 19.642. This is
also
close.
by 200.
Just to tell you,
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. It is 1 is 200ths separate the top 2, 400ths separate the top 3, 2/10 separate the top 4. But we're looking at Grimjaw. Sorry, carry on.
No. I'm just saying that's very close.
Yeah, we're looking at Grimjaw right now. He's about to start. He's like, we'll go on board with him and show you a whole lap around the circuit on board with him. We won't take you on it. We'll just let you watch it as we'll talk about something else for a second here. But there is kind of a third driver then who can battle them, but he doesn't really perform in every race, and that's Robico.
Yeah, certainly. And one thing that also he is quite a strong driver, so he certainly has potential to kind of mix it up a bit and fight for the top. And one thing that unfortunately you weren't here last week, but Shakes actually had a very, very good race, and he ended up winning the Belgium race in race 2. So even though it was on the wet, I do think he has potential to also go for that top 5 spot. And Grimjaw unfortunately invalidated his lap.
He did indeed. So we're going to go on board now with Eugene, and hopefully he doesn't invalidate his lap, and we'll give you a full on-board lap around this circuit here. Or is he pitting? No, he is going to do his lap then. Let's see what he can do then on the softer compound of tyres. It's interesting, this circuit, because the game class it as a very easy circuit, right?
Yeah.
But I don't class it as an easy circuit. I class it as a medium circuit because there's so many chicanes around here. You can make like the second chicane, for example. Loads of people make mistakes there. I've seen it in loads of leagues that you make mistakes there and it costs you, and you crash off and hit the barriers and whatnot. It really does cost you, that second chicane here as he heads into it.
I think the only reason it's classified as an easy circuit is because it's not really very technical. I think the reason a lot of drivers make mistakes is maybe driver discipline. Because it's such an easy track, they make the mistakes easier because they get over aggressive or over eager entering the chicanes. So once you find a specific way to drive this track, the correct way to drive this track, I think you can really nail it, and it's not that difficult. It's certainly not the easiest circuit on the calendar, but yeah, I don't find it too difficult.
Here he comes in, does Eugene around the last corner now. He does around Parabolica now. It's really easy, the last corner, really, to make a mistake on. It's just sort of Charles Leclerc in real life. And 19-1, P number 1 now he goes. Nearly 5 tenths quicker. Absolutely fantastic lap time there from him. What a lap there from the man himself, Eugene. There it is, there.
Yeah, I'm watching the new guy, Neil. He's just gone through the second chicane. He's entering the Lesmo 1 now. I haven't seen a sector time yet, so he's on another charge for his second hot lap. Comes out of Lesmo 2 nicely, and I will tell you what his sector times are in a minute. I hope this car gets out of the way. Yes, just in time. He's 6 tenths up, so this could potentially be a 1:19.0. Or possibly he's going to be the first driver into the 1:18s, if he can keep it up, if he didn't lose too much time there. Nice and early turning, gets on the throttle early, nice exit out of the Parabolica here, loses, no, he didn't get oversteer, let's see. 1:18.9, 7 tenths up on his time. So that's a very good time. So Eugene really has some competition here tonight.
He does indeed. We're looking at Royal Viking right now. I think he's on his second lap right now on tyres as he heads into the Lesmos now. He does. Very nice he is here. And I've just got to say that every driver in this league is still good. Don't get me wrong. They are still
absolutely.
good around here.
Definitely, there's a lot of talent on this grid, and what you've also seen throughout the league so far is we've had a lot of drivers who started the league inexperienced because it was probably their first or second time only racing in the league, and we've seen them grow and improve, and that really also is nice to see.
Indeed, it is, and as you know. I'll pick an example here for you with Ryan Gouverdon and Willie, for example, the two Alfa Tauri drivers, who aren't here tonight, sadly. I've got to give a shout out to them because last time I was here was Britain, and they did amazingly to get that 10th and 11th positions. Like, I think it was Willie just there, so Van Gouverdon wasn't here, but Willie did a great job to get up there, and I'm just like. Throughout the season, you see how the progression of drivers is. Like, probably, I'm not going to say this, but probably Zars, Cowboy, Shakes, Carabo maybe. This maybe be like one of their first, I know it probably isn't, but it could be one of their first ever leagues. And they really are shining through.
Yes, certainly. I think, I'm not sure about Zars. I think this is possibly his first league. I know Cowboy for a very long time. I've seen him race in, when I started league racing, he was already in a league, and also who was the other guy? Oh, Shakes. Yeah, you mentioned him as well. He actually races in another league as well, so he's definitely not a newbie to league racing. Don Rubico does improve his time. He goes up to P3.
Yeah, but okay then. But there's loads of drivers I know who may be in their first league, and they're really surprising me how good they are here tonight, and prove every week how good they are racing wise. We're going to go then into this qualifying session now because we have 5 minutes to go, so normally we talk a little bit at the start and then in the last cut about 5 minutes we actually get down to the qualifying. As we're watching right now, we are right now watching who's on a lap? No, Zars is on a lap. We'll go to Zars, who's just about to start his lap here. Was going to be a 22.6 for Zars, but invalidated that lap, so couldn't have that lap there. He couldn't. So here he goes then on to his first flying lap here. Hopefully he's going to do a lap here for us as he heads through the first sweeping corner he does here. I don't know all the names of the circuit. I do apologise to everyone who is watching right now. I don't know all the names of this circuit. I would love to know them all, but I'm not Italian, so don't know it as he goes wide and invalidates.
Oh.
Now let's look at Jacko then. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, I was about to say Jacko's on a hard lap, but you got him before me.
That's fine. You can take us through it if you want.
Okay, yeah, so he's entering the second chicane now. There's a car ahead of him. I hope this car is actually... Oh, he invalidated. He turned in too early. Yeah, so that's unfortunate because it's... I don't know if he's going to try to set another lap. I don't even know if he noticed he invalidated because he's still pushing really hard. Because he's wasting his tires now if he didn't realize the invalidation. Because the first thing you do when you invalidate a lap is turn your ERS off, recover some energy and go for another lap, save your tires. But he's going flat out, so I don't know why.
I don't know why either, but we've got Eugene on a lap who is heading now, 2 tenths up. Eugene is here. This could be pole position for Eugene here as he heads down into parabolic at the final corner. Now he does. What's he going to be here then into this corner? What's he going to do? Turns through it now, he does. Oh, a little bit onto the green stuff.
Luckily he didn't invalidate.
Oh, it's a pole position. It's an 18.847 on my screen, but it classes as a 4.6 there. It does. Very nice lap time there from him. It gets pole position absolutely brilliantly there. He does. What about the man's... Oh, he's invalidated. Grimjaw's invalidated, so he'll be only... If he can get around to complete this lap and maybe start another one, he'll be starting 5th if he doesn't at the moment here. Don Mabiko will be happy with P3 at the moment, I believe, but he is our expert master of... race 2. He's the most consistent person to win race 2s in this league, by the way, if you wanted to know. So there you go.
Yeah. I think actually, I don't think Grimjaw has actually set a lap on those tyres yet. I think he's only about to start his hot lap now. He invalidated his out lap. But his tyres are fitted, says 0 laps, so he's going now. He's only switched his ERS on now, so he's going to go for it. This is all or nothing for him. He won't have time. We probably won't do another lap, so he needs to nail this one.
He does. He really needs to nail this.
Yeah, nice early turn in there. You have to cut that chicane on the inside, but not too much, otherwise you invalidate. And then you have to hug the right-hand side of this turn. Don't go deep into the corner. Stay as close as you can to the edge. Get the shortest line to the next chicane. Brake early, cut the chicane a little bit, jump the curb. Perfectly done. Early on the throttle, don't oversteer, and he's done that nicely. Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2, yeah, it's quite tricky because you can oversteer easily on the exit, but he manages Lesmo 1 very well. Lesmo 2 didn't carry enough speed through there, but hopefully didn't lose too much time, so we'll see his sector times now as he finishes the second sector. He's up by 3/10.
Well,
Careful, yeah.
I don't know if that's,
careful on the throttle. Yeah,
I don't know if that's fastest sector 2 of anyone, but it's purple on my screen, so it could be his fastest. Indeed, it probably was.
It's possible, but 3/10 is definitely not enough for pole, so he needs to gain at least another 4/10 here to get into P3 actually. So let's see how he does. P2, very good lap. Decent effort, and Neil starts his hot lap now, so it's basically a shootout for the top position.
Well, here he comes into the line. Let's see what his lap time's going to be here for Cowboy. He does improve, 3 temps up, goes to P11. Very nice from Cowboy there, from P12 to P11. Zars has just started his lap. He has, but he's invalidated it already, so won't be getting another lap in. Zars won't. If he can push it, he will, but I doubt it. He will here. So Henrik's has started his lap. Don Mabiko has, and so has Neil. Here tonight, they have all trying to get their lap up as quick as they can. Here they are.
Yeah, it looked like Neil hesitated a bit on the throttle going through Lesmo 1, so he didn't look fully committed. I'll tell you his sector time in a moment. He's just approaching the end of sector 2 now. He is half a 100th up and he invalidates, so that's it. He's going to start P3.
Let's have a look at Domabiko then and see what he can do here. We haven't looked at his time yet. And he's still going. Oh, he's invalidated. He decided he's had enough. He decided he didn't want to do that lap. It looks like they're maybe for Domabiko. No, he's still going actually quite quickly actually, Domabiko. So maybe this is going to be an okay lap here. No, he's slowed down. Domabiko has slowed. The only person who's still going quickly is Jacko right now in the top lot. He's the only one going quickly right now. As Kilbean, who we all know, from this league, says, "Damn, I was 4 temps up when he invalidated his lap."
Yeah, see, Jacko's up by half a tenth on this lap. So let's see. He needs to improve by 2.5 tenths to jump Rabiko into P4. So let's see how he handles Parabolica. Early on the throttle there, runs a little bit deep. He needs to cut it inside actually, but it's fine. Let's see how much time he gains here. Oh, it doesn't improve, unfortunately not.
And that is your qualifying done. Zars sadly invalidated his next lap. He did do another lap, but he invalidated that one as well. So that basically means he's 5 lap old tyres. It doesn't matter anymore because he's going to get a free set of tyres, of course. But he has invalidated his lap, and he's invalidated here. And he will be starting in P14. So it's going to be Eugene pole, Grimjaw second, and Neil in third, and Domabiko fourth here tonight. Mackett says, 1 week in the comms box, next week I'm fired.
Yeah, I was just joking.
We know. Well, Mackett, I have some good news for you anyway, mate. When I will tell you this exactly now. Then put this in your calendar, mate, because you'll be wanting this. You will. Russia I think it is, isn't it?
I think it might be.
Russia or Japan? Japan. Put your diary in for Japan, mate, and you're commentating on that one because I'm sadly not here. I'm sadly away looking at going away with my parents to meet some friends, family friends. So.
Alright, so I'm going to quickly go through the qualifying for you. So
Okay.
Eugene on pole, 5,000th of a second behind him in P2, SAF1 Grimjaw. Then new guy, DRS Neil. Super lap there in P3, Don Rubico P4, Jacko P5, Sir Hamrick P6, Donovan Duffy missed out last week, he's back, P7, Killer Bean P8, unfortunately invalidated his hot lap there, so he couldn't improve. Royal Viking P9 and Shakes P10. He wouldn't be happy with that. He's going to look to hopefully improve and try finish top 5. And yeah, that rounds out the top 10, and we'll go through the rest of the grid on the formation lap. Sorry, Killer Bean, I see you say you crashed out. I missed your incident, so I wasn't sure what happened there. Bad luck, man, but we all know that you're a very clean racer, so yeah, I'm sure you're gonna make it.
Well, we're going to have 26 seconds here we are to wait, and then we're going to get back going. We are here for the session here too. We are in this week. As we say, as we can see right now, somebody in the chat just put should be an interesting race. Same for Lucas says very interesting, and then the same person says top 3. Jeez, sheesh. Yeah, for Division 2, that's a cracking top 3 to have that so close. There it was. But we're moments away from getting the race started and see what the not top 10 are on for tyres wise. Can't be crashing out in the Red Bull.
Oops. Oh, boot, yeah, that's like an Afrikaans word for boot. Brother.
Yeah.
Like bro.
I've heard that. I think some of you have said that before in some chats I've been in, so.
Probably, yeah. It seems like this lobby is taking forever to load. I don't know what's happening.
Well, I don't know who it is then, because qualifying it took a bit to load as well. Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah, it was a bit to load in qualifying as well, which is very random. So it's 13 laps. You were spot on when you first said it. Only driver, by the way, is Tiago on the mediums. Everyone else on the softs. Just to say as well, as we do head around on this formation lap right now. What I was gonna is that what can happen here tonight is everything. It's that run down to corner 1, which is going to be a key tonight. Can we all have a clean corner 1? Normally, sometimes there'll be cars going everywhere in league racing, but tonight I hope there's a clean corner there. Also tonight we're going to be interesting to see what Crabbo and Brad can do, because they did not complete a single lap of qualifying, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, certainly. That turn 1 is usually, it can either make or break your race, because you've got 16 cars flying down the straight, braking very hard, all trying to squeeze through a very tight chicane. So the drivers have to be extremely respectful and aware of the space around them and try not make contact. Because, there's a saying, I've said it before in some races, you cannot win the race in turn 1, but you can certainly lose the race in turn 1.
Yep, I have heard you say that before, and it's so true.
Yeah, so a little bit of patience on lap 1 can really take you a long way, and that's also something that comes with experience, maturity. And I'm not talking about being older. I'm just talking about racing maturity. If you're a new guy in league racing, you're probably very hungry for performing, and you feel that lap 1 it's a make or break, but it's not really. It's how you manage and contain yourself throughout the entire distance of a race that actually brings you better results rather than lap 1 performance.
Indeed. 1 second.
Right, and these guys are lining up on the grid now, so they do seem bunched up except for one Mercedes all the way at the back. So the wait shouldn't be too long. Still with me, James?
Yeah, the wait shouldn't be too long here. There you go, look, it's supposed to be soft to medium or soft to hard. It's up to you what you do. I was just quickly going to do one thing, but I've run out of time now to do it, so that's very annoying.
Go on board with Neil quickly. Doesn't his car look out of place? Oh, there we go. It's just jumped back into place.
Yeah, it was looking out of place, but here we go then. I don't think the lights are on yet. They haven't. Now they do come on. Here they are, look. Sorry, I've just took something off the screen there for a second. We are. Red lights are on, and they're off, and away we go then. Good start from the top two. Grimjaw gets an even better start than Eugene, but Eugene at the second attempt gets a better bit there. But look at Neil, up to P2. He's going to go. Rabiko going to try and go through as well, but can't. And we have no carnage in the background, it looks like here. No wings. Oh, actually, as I spoke, there's a wing gone off there, and that is Cowboy's car had a bit of wing damage, and that is a virtual safety car because of his damage and a few other cars' damage as well.
Yeah, I see, and unfortunately I think Jacko also picked up a bit of front wing damage. I'll tell you now, yes, he's got front wing damage. Cowboy, you say Killer Bean probably also has wing damage. No, he doesn't, because I see he's got a 5-second penalty for making contact with another car, but you don't get. That was before the virtual safety car, so it's quite strange. I'm sure that'll end up in the steward's office.
It is indeed, and F1 are doing sprint races here, right? They are this year.
Yeah,
and
they are.
If they do sprint races here, by the way, just to tell you, as the green flag is back out now and we're back underway, it would be 17 laps around here for sprint race on the Saturday.
Interesting.
So there you go, just to give you some facts. I was about to do that before the race started, but I haven't now. Further down the order very quickly, there is a battle on here. There are, side by side they go, do Jacko and Donovan Duffy. But now here comes Shakes to try and go on the outside. This is a cracking move, he can do it. Oh, that's a brilliant move there from Shakes. Through he goes, and up into P7 goes Shakes. There he does. Into the pits goes Jacko, I think. Yes, he does. Into the pits goes Jacko. There he does. Just we have to wait for the game just a couple of seconds to rejig here, and then we should be fine to get going. But what an absolute brilliant race so far it has been for Eugene here. Cracking race. At the top of the field he is here. Neil in second and Grimjaw in third. Domabiko in fourth here, trying to close up to them, but not close enough at the moment. He isn't here.
Yeah, certainly, and it seems like Neil is really hunting down Eugene. He's not letting him get away. That's certainly very interesting. I think Eugene will be used to this kind of pressure because it's usually Grimjaw behind him, but now there's a McLaren in between him and the Red Bull, which is great for the constructor standings for Ferrari, but you know, for the championship standings, Eugene would want to grab as many points as possible. Oh, Neil goes wide. He's going to lose a position to Grimjaw. Yep, certainly does. Yeah, is he going to lose a position to Rabiko? I don't think so. But yeah, the right thing Neil did there was to lift off the throttle, because if you keep on the throttle, you easily oversteer, and then the car brings you to the left and smashes you into the wall, and that's your race done. So I think Neil must have made that mistake before in the past, so he knew exactly what to do there.
Thank you, Assault King. Good luck. Assault King says good luck. As here we go then, down the inside goes Royal Viking then. He's going to try and make it through past Shakes. Into the first corner, they look. But no, nowhere through there. Shakes did get past Donovan Duffy in the last corner, but then Donovan had a great exit of the last corner, which is Parabolica, and has got back through. He has there very nicely. He has here. But Shakes is wanting to get past Donovan Duffy as soon as possible here. Into the second chicane he goes, and it was a great move from him on lap number 1 it was. Around the outside. Certainly. So let's see what he can do here. The battle for the front is still hotting up as well, which we'll go back to in a second, as Royal Viking goes wide, but loses about a tenth, and that's it.
Yeah, Shakes also made a mistake in Lesmo 1, so that also brings Royal Viking back into play. Is he going to have DRS? Oh, both of them have DRS, but it looks like Royal Viking actually has a better drive. Hopefully he's not going to go for a move into Ascari. It's not wise to do that there. There's no space.
And he was too far back a tiny bit.
Yeah. You'll have to wait for the back straight. But Shakes is also desperate to get past Donovan Duffy.
He is. Indeed, desperate to get past here. Let's see what happens here then. By the way, just say Crabbo is having a battle with Brad at the back of the field. We don't. But here he goes then. Goes Raw Viking past Shakes. They now get DRS. He pops it open now. He can, and through he goes very nicely. There he does.
That looked fairly easy though. I think he must have gotten a much better drive out of Parabolica.
Yes, indeed, he must have done. Immortal Viking has just put in the chat, go McLaren boys. Yes, indeed, go McLaren. Hope to see you back here in the next couple of rounds. Hope to see you back here for some racing soon. But yeah, good race so far from the top lot here. But back to the front we go for second, and it's separating now. The top two are by 5 tenths. It was a bit ago 8 tenths. It's now gone down to 5.
Yeah, it's nice to see these top 3 actually not really driving away from one another. There's a little gap between Neil and Grimjaw. I don't know if there was a small mistake maybe from Neil, or he's just lost a bit of rhythm, but we'll see. We'll see if he can claw back and try and stick to the top 2. Don Rubico not too far behind, so the slightest mistake from the top guys can also bring him back into this battle. And then there's a little bit of a gap to Sir Hamrick, and then another quite a big gap between him and Donovan, but then Royal Viking and Shakes not far behind.
Zars picks up a penalty now. Just to say very quickly on this race, when would you pit in this race? Because it's only 13 laps. It's one of the shortest we go to this year. Silverstone's the shortest with only 11 laps, I think it is. So
yeah, I'd probably put like lap 5 or 6. Lap
Okay.
5 or 6. So I think Shakes might have timed it to perfection, and I expect maybe the top runners to come in on this lap then. excuse me.
now in the chat, somebody puts Ferrari boys, let's go. Yes, Ferrari. What it's P number 1 and 4 going to get better points tonight than they are than the Red Bull team, but Red Bull are still going to get their driver still going to lead the championship after this race tonight, after this round. Not the round, sorry, this race tonight. It is indeed. And if you didn't see it, there was a great race that was here a couple of weeks ago. Well, last week it was a great race here last week in the Premier class. So
yeah, it was quite a good race. I see Nathan Mackett says it would be nice to see Grimjaw in Tier 1. I think it would be nice to see Grimjaw, Neil and Eugene racing in Tier 1, but unfortunately they have commitments on Monday nights.
in they come.
Which is the reason they race on Tuesdays. And so Neil drove into the back of Grimjaw and he picks up wing damage. That's going to cost him a bit of time.
It will, and will he get the wing damage fixed here? He will. He'll get it fixed in the pits.
I think he'll have to, though.
No, I was just going to say very quickly, I didn't think because he was entering the pits they would have had time to say, okay, you can have the wing damage removed.
Yeah, I think it's on auto. If you leave your setting on auto, it'll automatically change it.
Okay. This is very interesting then, just to say, because it's very interesting around here. It's about 20 to 21 seconds around here, and Eugene is now...
Look at Sir Hamrick. Sir Hamrick is going to go for the move up the inside. Wow, that was good. So what happened there is the cold tyres, Neil actually got a bit of an oversteer, a wheel spin coming out of the pit exit, and Sir Hamrick got a better exit there.
And down inside, second chicane, he's done it. Through he goes. I couldn't really see that because I was only on board with a weird camera view, but he's done it. But just to say, as I were saying, it's about 20 to 21 second pit stop around here. So if that is, my calculations are correct, which they're not normally, Eugene will be coming out in P number 4, and he's in the pits.
In the chat there, whoever's asking if there's spots open, just send me a friend request on PSN. My name is SAF1 _Quinton, and we can chat about it because there might be a spot or two opening in the next race or two, and I'm always looking for 1 or 2 extra reserves. So even though a full-time spot might not open up, I could still maybe have a reserve for you. Once you've gone through Sorry.
They're very wide. That literally couldn't have been any better for Diego, but nope. Quintin keeps the not Quintin, sorry. You're Quintin. Never mind. Eugene keeps the position there. He does indeed. But oh my goodness
Diego's
me!
going for it again. Diego's going for it again. He's gonna try and outbrake him. No, he thinks better of it.
So if you didn't know what happened there, if you didn't see it, Yujin was coming out the pits. He came out the pits, put off the throttle as Don Rubico and Diego were side by side, right next to him, and they were 3 wide. Then Grimjaw decided to brake and pull back a tiny bit and let the two fight it out of the front. But unbelievable.
Yeah, probably it was. Wow, yeah, it sounded very interesting. I also missed it a bit, but yeah. No, Mackett, there's no chance of rain tonight, especially not in this race.
Well, there might be.
Check him there in the chat.
There might be in the next race. You never know. Never know. It's like it's like what we say in the. If you didn't watch it, I don't know if anyone from Australia, not Australia or New Zealand or South Africa watched it. But I'm just saying loads of countries here. But if you did, a couple of weeks ago, I think it was like 2 to 3 weeks ago now, we had I think it was 3 hours around here. And with GT cars for the European GT Challenge, and it was sunny. It was like overcast for the start, like not raining and going to be, and then it just started chucking it down for parts.
Wow.
So anything can happen around here.
Yeah, definitely. Anything can happen up until the last lap. You can ask me and Mackett last night. We both got a big surprise on the last lap of our race, so anything can happen.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to go back in this league, go back and watch the last race, which was Monday night, so last night. So if you find, I think it's like the second or third video down, it will be the race from last night. Go back and watch that. It's the Premier Division. Always bring some amazing action they do here. Here goes Jacko then on the back of Cowboy for P12 here. A bit of consolation here this will be, I think, tonight for these guys. So here he goes then, down the inside, he's going to have a look. Has a look, but decides he's too far back and can't make the challenge and fight. He can't nerf the position. And Diego is closing in on Quaz to battle for 10th position and pole in the second race. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we're doing a GP2 style, which is F2 style now, which is called. First goes to 10th, 10th goes to first, and then 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is the order of the race 2. Do you think he has a chance here, Quaz, to keep Diego behind here or not?
Well, Diego is obviously on soft, so I think it's just a matter of time before he's going to get past Quaz. Problem is, I think it's going to come down to penalties. Both on 3 seconds. I've just seen Diego go wide, but he's going to make the overtake now. He's close enough, got a way better exit. Oh, Quaz outbreaks himself, goes straight through. Probably going to pick up another penalty for that. Oh no, he won't. He managed it nicely, he stopped it, but he's going to lose a lot of positions and time here.
He indeed may do. Let's see if he does. Yep, he does indeed. Oh! And he's around. Quaz is around in the wall. He's back on circuit. Virtual safety car on circuit now. Will this be interesting for some of the guys here? I don't think the top lot will, but do you think anyone will pit here for softs? Maybe go for the fastest lap?
Maybe. I don't think anyone has got a big enough gap, so I doubt it. I think they'll just stay as is. But I wonder if Neil's actually going to be able to close down on Rubico and maybe just try and take a podium here. It's going to be interesting to see.
Well, let's hope. Well, I'm going to quickly show you them because we haven't showed you it there. Here's your penalties for tonight's race. 14 seconds for Zars, 5 seconds for Cowboy, 3 for Donovan Duffy, 3 for Diego, 3 for Quaz, and 8 for Brad. And your gainers and losers very, very quickly before we have the virtual safety car taken away. 3 for Diego is your biggest gainer. Your biggest loser right now is Jacko, down 5. As into the pits come Shakes. So there is somebody coming in to go onto the softs. Well, oh, never.
Why would he pit though? Everyone's up back to full speed. He has wing damage. You can see them taking off the front wing. Yeah.
Right, here we go then. The closest battle on circuit right now is Donovan Duffy and Sir Henricks. Into the second Lesmo they go. Out of it now. Good exit from Donovan Duffy actually there. So Henricks made a tiny little mistake. And it looks like it's going to be a great exit there from him. as he breaks into the chicane. Now he does into Ascari. Let's down to Parabolica we go. He's put the ERS on though. Quite a lot of ERS he's using here. Can't see the ERS counter myself, but I can see it just on the car. And he was using a lot of ERS there. Half the straight he used it there.
Talking about Sir Hamrick there.
Yeah, and then Donovan Duffy used the same. So it's not really too bad there. 2 laps to go. 2.5 laps to go for your leader anyway. Here it is tonight, as the leader is, of course, 2.5 laps to go now for your leader as he heads into the second chicane. He does here brilliant racing from Eugene tonight, but sadly he won't be closing the lead down in championship because Grimjaw came second.
Well, he's closing it down by a minority of points, so he needs to do this almost every race. He did go wide, eh?
Yeah, he did. A tiny little touch to the grass. Oh, we have a sector 1 crash. Oh, we do as well. Who's that there? Who was that?
Zaz and Cowboy. I think it was just a turn 1 issue there.
Well, let's go back to your leader then and take a lap on board, because we don't have a car battling right now. And let's see what happens then on this lap here. Through Ascari now he goes. Through Parabolica now, sorry, he goes. It was a dominant drive, as you say, from Eugene.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, those close moments they had there at the pit exit, besides the race start, must have been the most exciting part of the race for him. But yeah, he's doing well, managing the race nicely up front. Hasn't picked up any penalties yet, which is also quite easy to do on this track. So it's good to see the guys keeping it clean.
Indeed. Well then, we are moments away from getting this race finished here tonight. 1.25 laps to go here, as they do head around here. Zaz is pitting, trying maybe to do his last lap sprint, as he likes to do, to go onto the softs. Maybe, oh, Brad's out. Oh, there he is. I can see the car there. Oh, that's an awful place to crash there for Brad. Oof.
Oh no.
Go on board with Grimjaw and you can see his car, or even Rubico, and you can see how awful that is there for Brad. He just lost it at the end of a Parabolica, at the end of Ascari, sorry. And you can really see it.
Another thing I've just noticed is that Neil has actually closed up on Rubico. He's less than a second from him now. So we might have a final lap battle here for P3.
Might do.
Gonna be interesting. He'll only have one DRS straight to do it on, unless he gets a better exit at the Parabolica on the final straight. Otherwise, the only straight he has is coming out of Lesmo 2 towards Ascari.
He does. Let's see what happens behind him, though, because Sir Henrik's is the closer battle it is here, because... Sorry, carry on.
No, Neil got oversteer and he lost it, so he's going to stay in P4. Okay, carry on. Where are you? Donovan and Sir Hamrick.
Yeah, we'll look at that for just 2 seconds. We'll look at that in a second, because here he comes. Brilliant drive tonight from your race leader here. He's done amazingly. Actually, back we go very quickly. Let's see what Donovan Duffy can do here. Can he do anything down this long straight here? Can he? Or will he just stay where he is right now? He'll just stay where he is right now.
Yeah, he picked up a penalty now at that final corner exit, so he won't make the overtake. And so does Sir Hamrick.
Here he comes then. Eugene wins. Delight for Eugene. He'll be punching the air probably in his room where he does this racing in. Grimjaw comes home in second. Third will be Don Rubico. He'll be delighted with that. Neil in fourth. Fifth will be Sir Henrik's, followed by Royal Viking, then Donovan Duffy. Killer Bean, or Roland if you want to call him that, so Ronald, sorry, will come next. Then it is Diego. Then it'll be Jacko, who will probably overtake Diego because we might have less penalties than him. No, he doesn't. Then it'll be Cowboy, Crabbo done a great job actually tonight. Started last and going to started second to last and going to be P12, so not bad from him really.
Yeah.
There he won't. Here comes Crabbo then across the line. Shakes, exits the final corner now. Did alright. Thought he had a good pace, but lost it after he had to come in a couple of times, which is a shame. Just waiting now for Quaz to cross the line. Czar's just got lapped in the last lap there, so which is disappointing. At the first corner, which is very disappointing for him. But here comes Quaz then across the line and completes the race. Robico says, Eugene, do it. We did it. Double Ferrari podium. Eugene! Yes, it was. Well done, Robico. We can now call you the Race 1 specialist as well. Only kidding. We're not biased in the commentary box here.
No, he has to get several podiums before we can call him a specialist in Race 1.
Oh yeah, good point.
No offense, Robico.
But yeah. Well, here are your podium celebrations. Here they are. Celebrate the podium. They are here. What a race that was, though. Quality racing until about lap 10, and then it just was kind of more or less we knew who was going to win the race from lap 10, but other than that it was quality up to lap 10. Here we go then. It was Eugene wins. 18 minutes and 29 seconds did the race took there to do. 21 minutes 121.848 was his quickest lap. 121.277 quickest lap of the race. 6.5 seconds behind, and was Grimjaw in second. Third was Don Robico, then it was Neil in fourth. Fifth was Henricks. Sixth was Royal Viking, then it was Donovan Duffy, Killer Bean, then it was at ninth is Tiago, 10th Jacko, Cowboy 11th, Crabbo 12th, good job from Crabbo there, going from 15th up to 12th, Shakes 13th, 14th was Quaz, and 15th was Zars, 16th was Brad. We're going to get your standings now for you and say this is your standings as we speak. Ferrari on 40 points and Red Bull on 23. What a race that was there.
Certainly it was.
And agreed.
You're gonna have to excuse me just for a minute. I'm just sorting out this custom
That's
grid.
fine.
I'll be with you shortly.
And agreed, it is Ferrari's home race. On this game anyway, if we did have Mugello, then it would have been your home race in Mugello or Imola, so, you know. But we don't sadly have them in this game. But there you go then, that was race number 1, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in a quick second. We're having a quick break right now. We'll be back in literally about 20 seconds, about a couple of minutes, maybe 1 to 2 minutes, when they just sort out the reverse grid, which is, by the way, if you didn't know, this table you can see now will be Jacko pole. It'll be Tiago second and Killer Bean third, and then it'll be in 8th will be Robico, 9th will be Grimjaw, and 10th will be Eugene in race number 2.
Yeah, guys, I'll also be back in 2 minutes. Just have to do something quickly, and just be patient. Go grab a drink, stretch your legs, and join us again in the next 2 to 3 minutes.
So we are back then here on the stream. Hello, that was a quick break there from all of you to get a drink or whatever you wanted to do for that quick 1 to 2 minutes there. Break. Well, right now then, let's quickly have a quick chat with you guys in the chat. But hello to everyone here. What do you think of sprint races, by the way? What would you like F1 cars to see this style of racing on a Saturday? Now, what they've announced is that it'll be 100. They announced this in the week just before the new race coming up. Well, they've announced it properly now. It'll be a 100 kilometres race, which is around this circuit, by the way, if you wanted to know. 17 laps of racing, and there will be no points added to the championship. We'll just make the grid, and then on the Sunday we will race for the normal race around here, which of course, if you want to know what the normal race around here is, just to say, is around 52 laps. So you normally see it here. What would you think about that around here? And in Britain as well, they're doing exactly the same. It is indeed. Like in Britain, they're doing the same. They're going to have. There's one more circuit that isn't Britain and Italy as well. 100 kilometres of Britain as well. So I think in Britain it's going to be like 15 laps. I think, or something like 13, 14, 15 laps. And yeah, I just don't get it. But anyway, that's another thing for another day. It just annoys me. If it isn't broken, don't try and fix it. Agreed. I 100% agree with you on that one. Like if the system, I believe the system moment is great. You basically this is how F1's going to work now. It's going to be an hour on Friday, full qualifying, an hour on Sunday, an hour on Saturday of practice. That is 100 kilometre race. Warm up on Sunday, race. What's the point? But anyway, that's just my ideas on the whole situation here. And yeah, it would be, by the way, if you are here, Quintin, it would be about 17 laps on the Saturday you would watch it.
For the...
This guys, just to say, would be about 17 laps around here. It would, if they did it, that is. So what basically would happen around here would be you'd have an hour on Friday, then the full qualifying in the afternoon. Hour on Saturday morning, 17 laps in the afternoon. Warm up on Sunday, and then the full race again, which would be about 52, 53 laps.
Alright, I think the guys are basically ready to go. Sorry for that. Just needed to get them sorted. But I think the guys are going to ready up now.
Well, we hope it is rain around here, because I know Diego doesn't actually know if it is, but Diego goes, rain, let's go.
Oh really? They said that in the chat.
So I don't know how he knows it's rain, but...
No, I think he just wants rain, because they haven't readied up yet, so I think they'll only start going now.
Yeah, we've got 4 readied up, now 5, so we'll be a couple more.
We'll do commentary on how they ready up. Now 4, now 5, now 6, and now 7. Like we do with the lights, you know.
Let it rain.
One light.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting because I believe that the rain is a little bit easier maybe to race in. Sometimes the rain can be easy to race in.
No.
Hear me out. Okay, I believe it will.
Okay.
I believe like easier and more enjoyable to watch because not easier but more enjoyable to watch for us anyway, because you get loads more sliding. But I believe rain is still quite easy as the dry if you use like traction control. If you don't use traction control, then it's a nightmare.
Yeah, definitely. Look,
I use medium, but you know,
rain in general makes things a little bit more difficult. Because grip, you cannot turn in, your braking points change.
Yes.
But I guess it also depends on what you race with. If you race on a controller, it's a little bit easier. If you race on a wheel setup with pedals, to control the throttle input in the rain is very, very tricky, especially if you don't have load cell pedals. You don't feel resistance on your throttle. It's so easy to spin. So yeah, I think all round it's not everyone's favorite, but I do know there's a lot of guys who are extremely good in the rain, and they always wanted to rain because they have the advantage. because they're so good in it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one.
Let's see. Do you think it's going to be dry?
Let's have a look and see. In 10 seconds time we'll find out. We will in about 5. Oh, it's dry.
Looks dry, yeah.
Disappointing for some of the drivers there that want rain. I don't think we've had much rain in this league really.
Little bit. We've had a couple. I think it was Austria somewhere. We had a rain, or France.
Yeah, we've had like I think 1 or 2, but hardly.
And last week we had a hectic race in Belgium. Race 2, the whole race was wet. Like
Okay,
not
so we
even
had that.
intermediate tires, like full wet tires the entire race. That was a bit chaotic, but a lot of fun. Lots to commentate on.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it will be lots of fun in this one. About 20 minutes of action again for you guys to watch this. About 25 minutes, I think it was. Green flag waves, and off we go then. Good start from everyone here as they get away now. They do down to corner 1 on this formation lap. They do here. Everybody except Don Rubico, who is going for the mediums, Cowboy and Quaz, who are on the mediums as well. Everyone else has gone for the softs. I predominantly say it's a soft circuit, this one, but you can start on the mediums, and Don Rubico is going to try and do his iconic race 2 victory like he always tries to do.
Yeah, certainly, and I think he's if he can get through the first few laps clean without any damage, he can have a nice late charge on those soft tires and be quicker than everyone else around him.
Agreed. Well, heading through the Lesmos now they go, or whatever, yeah, and it's really interesting. This circuit is, as I say, always has been, always will be interesting. I love this circuit.
Yeah.
Put this in
it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Did you want to say the same thing?
Yep. I wouldn't say it's my favourite circuit though in the F1. If it had to pick from the actual F1, that was 29th F1 calendar, which they were going to do this year, but sadly can't do because of COVID still happening around the world, and that virus. It would have been Brazil and Canada would be my 2 favourites, and then it'd be this one, then it'd be Austria. So there you go.
Yeah, my favourite one to actually race on is Belgium. I love Belgium.
Okay.
Monaco certainly one of my favourites.
Oof.
Silverstone and Brazil.
Oof. To watch racing at, I've got to say, probably this circuit, and I'll be a bit interesting here to say this, but I do like Japan to watch racing at.
It is a good circuit, though.
Yes.
Classic.
Yes,
Classic,
it is.
good circuit.
It is indeed. Well, here they come into the grid to line up and start the race. Here they do. Sadly, we've got to say goodbye to Quintin right now because he likes Monaco. Goodbye, Quintin.
I just realised I made a
sorry.
mistake. I didn't mean Monaco. I meant Monza. Sorry, so it was my bad. Didn't want to sound like an idiot, but I did. I mean, who likes Monaco? Only a handful of people that I know likes Monaco.
Anyway, top four are just slotting into position now. They are. Predictions. We didn't do that in the first race. Very quickly.
Yeah, I'm looking at either Grimjaw or Eugene coming through to the top, but Killer Bean sitting in a good position. Jacko has got good pace, if you remember from qualifying, so I'm hoping he can stretch it out and finish on the podium.
Killer Bean says, why are some drivers driving so slowly? It's ridiculous. He's been waiting on the grid for quite a long time now. He had indeed. Right, lights are on. I'm just going to take this off for a second. There they are. They're on. We'll put it back on now. We will for you. All 5 are on. They pause. They go. And away they go then. Good start from Jacko here. Just quickly, by the way, it's going to be Killer Bean, I think, for a good driver here. Eugene as well. And I would say an outsider here will probably be Royal Viking as they head down to corner 1. And there's a crash. Massive crash in corner 1 there. You probably can't see the crash, but it was between Donovan Duffy, there it was. I had a massive crash there he did with Sir Henricks and Jacko and Diego did.
I think it was Sir Henrik and Diego that came together.
Let's have a look at the footage again.
Yeah, I think Donovan had... Jacko also has wing damage. Donovan has no damage.
So here we go very quickly, just to say, coming down to corner 1 now they come. Let's see what it was. Oh, oh. Who was it?
Back racing again. Back racing again. I see Tiago has got no wing damage.
It was Jacko, sorry. It was Jacko, sorry. Carry on.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Tiago got away with that with no wing damage, but both the AS drivers have wing damage, so they're both going to have to put either both on this lap, or Donovan's going to go for a move on Jacko. He's actually going to make it stick. And he's also going to go for a double move. He's also going to... Oh, what the heck is happening there? He went for a double move and made contact with Sir Hamrick as well, so now he has wing damage himself. Patience, boys, patience.
I nearly tapped Jacko as he came into the pits there.
Yeah, and then look at this. Diego leads with Royal Viking in second place. Eugene is Killer Bean.
Oh, Brad's out.
What the heck is happening here?
Brad crashed at the start line. Safety car's out. This is great for the guys in the pits here.
Yeah, certainly it is. It is good for them. Don't know what the heck's happening here. Royal Viking is actually Tiago's leading. Royal Viking P2. Killer Bean sitting in P3.
I'm just trying to see where Brad crashed. I just can't see it.
Didn't he retire in the pit lane? I think he retired in the pits.
No, he crashed on the circuit. I think. I'm not entirely sure here. We'll have to wait and see. But it is Tiago leading, War Viking second, Killer Bean third. Then it's Eugene, Neil, Grimjaw, Crabbo, and Don Rubico.
That was a bit chaotic.
We'll have to wait for the game to just rejig again for just a couple of seconds. It will rejig in a second and let Henrik's go back down the order. But yeah, breathe and breathe.
Diego's diving into the pits. Royal Viking pits. Killer Bean pitting.
Eugene pits.
Neil pits. Grimjaw pits.
Is Grimjaw going to make this good though because of Killer Bean? Oh, it's very interesting.
Yeah, they're going to double stack. He's going to lose out. He's going to definitely lose
out. Oh,
they've
both lost out anyway to the McLarens. Oh.
I think maybe the drivers are not communicating with each other. What you might have missed is Shake's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. And Luke is leading. Just by the way, Luke is leading.
Come on. Sorry, no bias here in the comment box. No bias.
Hey, don't be biased. But yeah, he has a knack of getting through in race D. So let's see. He's on mediums as well, so you know, I think he lost his advantage a bit there because now all the cars behind him are on the same tires. Probably won't have to pit again, but he has to, so he lost his advantage of being on the mediums. But we'll see. He's the only driver who didn't pit. That's interesting.
Maybe he didn't pick because he knew he was on the mediums and he knows you can probably keep these mediums to go till like lap 10 maybe. Not lap 10, but you know what I mean, like lap 8 maybe.
Yeah.
Which is going to be very interesting to see.
Yeah, Royal Viking sitting in a good position. They're P3. Killer Bean lost out unfortunately due to that double stack, and Grimjaw was actually the biggest loser because he's now all the way down in P10 due to the double stack of him and his teammate pitting at the same time.
Or maybe there was just some communication with him and Eugene, Don Rubico, that basically was like, don't come in please, I'm going to pit because I'm higher in the championship or something. Who knows?
I think that's exactly what must have happened. Yeah, you're right, spot on there.
Let's see then, because Grimjaw looks like he's about to dive in here, it does. Yes, he's diving into the pits now.
Grimjaw?
So not Grimjaw, Don Rubico, so what am I saying?
Oh, Rubico.
Good.
You know what, Rubico's going to put on softs here and go to the end. Check this out. Now he's got the tyre advantage. Now he just needs to make all the overtakes. He's going to come out in last place. Got his work cut out for him.
Well, he's not, because Cowboy came in and put onto mediums, so yeah. Well, lap 4 out of 13 then we are. Diego leading, Royal Viking second, Killer Bean third, and Eugene fourth, and Neil fifth. What you missed in the first half of the race was a chaotic start nonetheless. Donovan Duffy, it was Sir Henrik's, and it was his teammate Jacko, who all collided at corner 1. The only thing is Donovan Duffy collided at the behind them, so didn't get any wing damage compared to the two Haas boys who did get wing damage at the first corner. Other than that, nothing really else to report. Lap number 3, the safety car came out on at the end of lap number 2. It did, due to Brad retiring on the start line straight. I don't know if it was in the pit lane or I don't know if it was on the circuit, but it was somewhere around there anyway that he did retire. Other than that, everyone else is now behind the safety car, and we're about to get going here on lap number 4, we think, because I think safety car is saying, yep, it's coming in.
Alright, sorry for being quiet there. I just had to take my lion for a walk. No, I'm joking. Silly joke. Never mind. My elephant came into the room and just wanted to play ball, and I said no. Anyway, there we go.
Whoa.
Let's see.
Well, Diego's really keeping this to the last second. He is here. We're green.
Yeah, and he's fully within his rights. There we go. What a brilliant start.
Oh, look at the background. There's like 3 or 4 wide nearly in the background there. Oh, they are 3 wide. Oh, Shakes, what a move. What a move from Shakes. What about Crabbo? Oh, he lets actually Jacko go through here. Touches the back door of Shakes. That is not what you want to see there. It's not. Crabbo makes a little miss. Crabbo gets a great slingshot now on Jacko, and Jacko's lost the position. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and Killer Bean has actually made a fantastic move on Royal Viking into turn 1.
Oh, Eugene.
Compromised Eugene, and he's losing 2 positions here. But he's being cautious, which is a good thing, but unfortunately he lost a few positions. He's going to have to work hard to get those back. But a brilliant move from Killer Bean on Royal Viking there.
It was indeed for Killer Bean there. Oh, we have a spinner, and that is Don Mabiko spun.
Wing off, yeah, no front wing.
Could be full safety car here. I don't know what happened, didn't see it sadly. Could be a penalty for one of the drivers he did get contact with, but the closest. Oh, going wide there. Definitely at the Ascari there. What is it, Ascari? I think it is. Goes. It is Eugene there. He does, and this lets Shake go past here, Eugene. But this is not good for Eugene or Grimjaw tonight. They were only in P number 7 and 11.
Yeah, and Eugene trying to make the cutback on him. Is he going to get the better drive out of the corner? I don't think so.
Oh, so Henricks and Crabbo there nearly touched as they came into the pits. Oh, and Crabbo retires in the pits.
Oh, at least it's in the pit lane. Unfortunate though to see
him
go.
Dominico's got a puncher. That's why he's not playing game here. He's got a puncher.
Oh my word.
Left front puncture. Wow, what has happened in this race so far?
Luckily for him it's a front puncture, because driving a car with a rear puncture is virtually impossible. But yeah, this is going to be interesting though. McLaren boys are sitting in a very, very good position here. Killer Bean is probably going to want to see and look if he can close the gap to Diego. But Diego's got a penalty, let me see. 3-second time penalty for track limits. And then Neil already in a podium position in his second race. So let's see what happens here.
Don Mabiko has only now just got to his grid box, does his pit stop, and now leaves. He literally took about 15 seconds to get from the pit in to his grid box with that puncher. So he could be lapped here. It looks like he may be lapped here in a second, because they're coming out of the last corner now. They are. No, he won't be, because he's gone. Sorry, Kyle.
Oh, no, Eugene got oversteer there in Parabolica, nearly lost it as he was putting the throttle down to try and catch up to Eugene. To Donovan. Shakes pits, Grimjaw moves up to P7. Donovan's still behind. Eugene's still behind Donovan. So much happening.
The problem for Eugene is here. He just needs to get as many places as he can away from Grimjaw and to actually win this race, to actually get more points. I mean, in the championship.
Yeah, certainly. He needs to put a few cars in between him and Grimjaw, and he needs to finish as high up as possible on the standings. Oh, sorry, in the race. So you're 100% right there. So very important to not pick up any time penalties here for track limits, etc.
Well, just to tell you where the leader is. Leader is currently heading into Power Ascari, right?
Yep.
Exiting it now goes Don Mabico.
Oh, they're going to lap him. Royal Viking picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help his scores. Killer Bean right on the back of Thiago now. He's not going to go for the overtake in Parabolica. He's going to wait very wisely. He's going to wait for the DRS straight. So let's see. Careful, Ronald. Careful.
Oh, but there's a car next to him who's going to try and get past him here.
Yeah, Neil's challenging, so he has to attack and defend at the same time. This is going to be a double overtake for Neil if he plays it smart. No, he's going to just follow. He's just going to follow Killer Bean. Thiago breaks late. Keep it clean, boys. Keep it clean.
That's great move.
Oh, nicely done.
Yep, nicely done.
Neil gets the overtake done as well. So Neil follows Killer Bean through there.
The one
there was a little bit of. Sorry, Karen. Go on.
No, you were about to say something, so I interrupted. Oh, but here goes Grimjaw around the outside, and he's done it through past Eugene. He's gone. Eugene will be furious because Eugene will know. Yeah. Eugene will be like, I could have gone past Donovan a couple of laps ago. No.
I wonder what's happening. Eugene seems to be a little bit off face now. You know, he seems to struggle to get to Donovan Duffy, and he's usually a bit quicker than him.
Neil. Down the inside goes Neil here. Can he make it into the... That's a brave move and he does it. Neil is leading the Grand Prix.
Yeah, they both ran a little bit wide there, so they must have probably picked up a penalty, a warning there for track limits. But yeah, good to keep it clean. Killer Bean still sitting in P2. Can he bounce back though? He's got DRS now. Can he close his gap and maybe pressure Neil for turn 1?
Grimjaw has straight away got past Donovan Duffy, telling Eugene, you can get past him quickly. I've done it. Which is unbelievable. There it is. And I don't think Eugene's off pace here today, if you wanted to know. I'll give you a quick update in a second on pace, we will. But here goes Donovan Duffy to try and have a look down the inside. Oh, spin for Thiago. And Donovan Duffy's contact.
And someone crashed into him. Who was that? Was that Eugene? No, was it Grimjaw?
It must have been Grimjaw. No, Donovan Duffy crashed into the side of Thiago.
Oh.
There he did, but Eugene's now got in front of him here, and here goes. He wants to get back through past him here. He might even tap him into the corner too. No, he doesn't. He's brave and doesn't do that. One quick second, very quickly to show you on stream here, guys. We're going to be very quick on this. 21.8 for Grimjaw last lap, and for Eugene a 23. A 123. So just to give you an idea, it's 123 compared to a 121. So Eugene is 2 seconds nearly off the pace of Grimjaw last lap.
Yeah, maybe he had a bit of battles going, but Grimjaw also got past Diego now. Sorry, Eugene. So they're both going to try and hunt down Royal Viking, who's already got a... Oh, Eugene picks up a time penalty.
Oh, in corner 1, there's a mistake in corner 1, and that's Jacko made a mistake. He's back on now, though. He just made a little mistake at the chicane, and Neil was in the lead, though. Neil has got the lead of the Grand Prix now, and he can fly away now. He can. Killer Bean is trying to close up and keep it under a second, but he's got it over a second now, so it won't be under a second here. It won't. But unbelievable racing this has been in this race. You say sprint races are boring, guys. This would technically be what an F1 sprint race would look like. It's good. It's good action. Do you want it every week? I don't know. But Jacko's retired.
Yeah, just without pit stops though. Well, without compulsory pit stops. So Royal Viking sitting pretty P3. Unfortunately, has a penalty, so Grimjaw will bounce him, jump him.
Oh, there's Jacko's car. Oh, in the wall. Oh.
But yeah, if things stay as they are position-wise, Grimjaw will jump Royal Viking, which means it's going to be a double podium for Red Bull. That's not something we've seen this season, I don't think.
I don't think we have either. Much. No, I don't think we have at all, have we?
No.
No. Yeah, because wasn't it Grimjaw had like no teammate the first like 3 races?
That's correct. Yeah. So he's been going at it pretty much all by himself most of the season. Killer Bean only joined a couple of rounds ago.
Yeah, like 3 or 4. So
yeah, so Grimjaw's definitely going to take Royal Viking here. If it's not this lap, it's going to be next lap. But yeah, look, McLaren Red Bull. That's actually good to see.
Here we go
But
then.
now it's going to be McLaren Red Bull. Let's see. Makes the move stick. Nicely done. Nicely done. Very clean move. Royal Viking tries to come back, but just doesn't get the traction. You can see Grimjaw just pulling out away from him.
Side by side, they go in the background, and Shakes, good move there on Zars into corner 1. They've done it. Zars though may want to cut back here and try and get through with 2.5 laps to go for your leader though here in this race. They're not going to lap Donovan. They're not going to lap Don Mabiko anymore. They're not, because Don Mabiko heads through the Scar chicane, and they're just about to head into it now. So he's about 15 seconds ahead as Shakes makes a mistake. Here goes Zars, then he's going to try and make it through into the first of the Lesmos. He does, but nope, can't get through. Tries it again into the second one here. Let's see if he can. No. Oh, he tries and spins. Nearly.
He saved
Great
it.
save.
He did
Great
save it.
save.
Yeah.
Sadly, we had an awful camera shot here we do of a side of the car, but anyway. This race, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, just to tell you all who are watching, will be finishing roughly at about 5:02 the hour, so earlier than normal.
Yeah, definitely.
But what a race.
It's flying though. The race is going so quickly. Eugene's actually caught up with Royal Viking. He needs to make the overtake because they both have equal amount of penalties, 3 seconds each. So if Eugene wants to close the gap between him and Grimjaw, he needs to, well, not close the gap, but do damage limitation. He needs to overtake Royal Viking here. What
would you do here for your teammates? I know you are teammates with, say, Mackett in other leagues. So say this was you and Mackett in Killer Bean and Grimjaw. Would you just say you were Killer Bean and Mackett was Grimjaw here for this case? Would you let your teammate pass or not?
What I would probably do here
Oh,
is...
sorry, 1 second. We have a mistake in corner 1 in this first sector, and Sir Hemrix is back on the circuit now. He crashed. He went off at the second corner, which is a sweeper. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if the guys are in contact with each other, Killer Bean and Grimjaw. I don't know if they're in a party chat. But if I had to make a decision here, I would let Killer Bean stay in front for another lap, and then maybe just let me pass. Let Grimjaw pass before the line.
Into the wall goes Eugene. Sorry, he was trying to overtake Royal Viking but couldn't, and he's hit the wall.
Did they make contact, or did he just oversteer?
I don't know. Didn't see it. All I saw was in the background him spin into the wall. So I don't know at all. But back to what you were saying very quickly on Grimjaw there.
Well, before Eugene's spin, I think I would have let Grimjaw take the position for championship points. But seeing as Eugene is now so far back, I think Killer Bean really has driven well. He's stayed in the top 3 the entire race. Maybe Grimjaw will let him take P2.
Hopefully he does.
I don't think they'll battle. I think he's going to just settle for the points. Grimjaw's got a healthy lead now over Eugene, so he's going to just keep it as is, I'm sure. Unless Killer Bean allows... he's going to allow Grimjaw past. Yep, he does.
Killer Bean will be happy though if he can get this podium.
Certainly, well deserved. Good race. But Neil, look at Neil. Oh
yeah.
My word. What a race.
Oh, another spin for Eugene. Another spin for Eugene. He's hit the wall again. And he's retired. Wow. That is some no points for Eugene in this race. But here comes Neil. He hasn't raced in this league before. He comes in race number 2 of his career and wins it. Unbelievable. Grimjaw comes home second by a 10th over Killer Bean. Then it's Royal Viking in 4th. 5th will be Diego. 6th will be Cowboy. 7th will be Shakes. Eugene has retired, so he won't score points today, which is sad for Eugene in race number 2. Cowboy will come home in 6th. 7th will be Shakes. 8th should be Zars. Or it could actually be 7th for Zars. No, it will be 8th. 9th will be Donovan Duffy. It will. 10th will be Sir Henrik's. 11th will be Quaz, and 12th will be Don Robico.
Well, that was a interesting race.
Here comes Don Robico then out of the into Parabolica. He's about to come. What a race that was, though. I'm out of breath now. Crazy.
Yeah, certainly.
Let's do it all again next week.
Singapore. I don't think it's going to be that simple, though. Singapore is a hectic circuit, so yeah.
Oh, well.
But yeah, fantastic driving from some of the guys here. I saw some really good overtakes. I saw some really good side-by-side action. I'm sure there was also a few mistakes. A few guys might regret some decisions they've made. Some guys might be a bit unhappy with the decisions other drivers made, but let's see.
Grimjaw gets your driver of the day for race number 2, apparently. We'll take you through the result to the second after the champagne is sprayed, and I'll let Quintin do them if you want to, the results.
Yeah, I don't mind. So obviously Neil wins his second race, so round 1, race number 2, he wins in SAF1. And then the 2 Red Bull guys, SAF1 Grimjaw and SAF1 Killer Bean, doing a brilliant job there to get a double podium. For Red Bull Royal Viking, solid points for him. P4 Tiago, P5 Cowboy with a good result there, P6, but that could also be due to Eugene crashing out. Shakes P7, Zaz with a season best finish, I believe, in 8th. Donovan in 9th, Samrick in 10th, QAS 11th, Don Rubico 12th, and then the retirements are Eugene, Jacko, Carabo, and Brad.
Just to tell you as well, then we'll give you it here. Neil wins the day today with 37 points, joint with Grimjaw today he does. Third is Eugene on 25, fourth is Royal Viking on 20. Your constructors looked like this: McLaren win it with 57, 56 for Red Bull and 40 for Ferrari, 13 for Haas, 12 for Renault. Here it is tonight, and it is then also after Royal Viking in 4th, Killer Bean in 5th, 6th Don Robico, 7th is Tiago, 8th is Sir Henrik's, 9th is Cowboy, and 10th is Donovan Duffy here. Shakes in 11th as well tonight, he will be. So there you go, that's your points for the overall standings after 2 races, if you class it off what the game is talking about. Everyone though, if you do finish the race in this league, just a bit of fun, 2 points you get.
Yeah, certainly a little bit of bonus points just to keep the guys going, and even if they made mistakes, even if you spin on the last lap, just take your car across the finish line, claim an extra 2 bonus points.
But there we go then, ladies and gentlemen. What a race day we've had today. Absolutely brilliant racing. I can't thank the drivers enough for giving us some great action here today. We will be back next week, of course, in Singapore. We will indeed. But last thoughts quickly from you?
Very good, interesting race. Really enjoyed it. A lot of action, and I hope all the viewers enjoyed it. And I definitely look forward to a completely different circuit in Singapore next week.
Indeed, I hope you do enjoy Singapore next week, ladies and gentlemen, which is going to be a trickier circuit, a tight technical street circuit next week. Should be fun to go to, though. It should. If you did enjoy tonight and you do want to, please do smash the like and always subscribe down below. Would be appreciated. It would indeed. And of course, also if you want to join us in any of these races, it is SAF1 Quintin on PlayStation. Message him. You could be either reserve or there might be a seat drive for you guys to race in. But anyway, from me, James, it's goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me as well. Thank you, everyone. See you next week. Same time, same place.
Yep. See you next week. Goodbye.